Valora was a hidden kingdom brimming with life. Nestled deep within an ancient, lush forest, it remained a secret to the outside world. The trees whispered tales of old, and the air was filled with the scent of blooming flowers. Animals of all shapes and sizes lived together. They lived in harmony, from the tiniest insects to the grandest beasts. Every creature had a place and purpose. The forest was alive with the sounds of chirping birds, rustling leaves, and the gentle hum of life. The animals were ruled by a council. This council was not just any group of leaders, it was a gathering of the wisest and most respected animals in Valora. They met under the ancient oak tree, its branches stretching wide like a protective canopy. This council was wise and just. They made decisions that ensured the well-being of every inhabitant. Their wisdom was drawn from the experiences of countless generations, and their justice was tempered with compassion. There was a lion, strong and brave. His golden mane shone like the sun, and his roar echoed through the forest, a symbol of strength and courage. He led the council with a gentle heart. Despite his formidable appearance, he was known for his kindness and fairness. He listened to the concerns of even the smallest creatures. There was an owl, known for her wisdom. Her eyes, deep and knowing, seemed to hold the secrets of the universe. She was the council's advisor, always ready with a thoughtful word or a piece of ancient knowledge. A bear, strong and protective, advised the council. His strength was unmatched, but it was his gentle nature that made him a beloved figure. He was the guardian of the forest, always watching over the young and the vulnerable. Together they kept Valora safe and peaceful. Their unity was their strength, and their shared vision ensured that the kingdom remained a haven for all its inhabitants. The animals thrived in Valora. They lived without fear, knowing that their leaders were always looking out for them. The forest provided everything they needed, from food to shelter. They played in the fields. The meadows were their playgrounds, where they chased each other and enjoyed the warmth of the sun. They swam in the rivers. The clear, cool waters were a source of joy and refreshment, teeming with fish and other aquatic life. They sang in the trees. The birds' melodies filled the air, creating a symphony that celebrated the beauty of their home. The kingdom was a symphony of sounds, a kaleidoscope of colors. Valora was a paradise. Every day was a celebration of life, with vibrant flowers, lush greenery, and the ever-present harmony of nature. It was a place where every creature had a voice. Communication was key, and every animal, no matter how small, was encouraged to express themselves, and every voice was heard. The council ensured that every concern was addressed, every idea considered. This mutual respect and understanding were the foundation of Valora's enduring peace and prosperity. In Valora lived a young wolf named Phelan. Phelan was strong and swift. He longed for adventure. Phelan dreamed of greatness. He wanted to be a hero. He practiced his hunting skills every day. He ran faster than the wind.
I want to prove myself. I believe strength is all that matters.
He was impatient. Phelan often rushed into situations without thinking. He wanted to prove himself, but his eagerness often led to mistakes. The other wolves chuckled at his enthusiasm. They cautioned him about patience, but Phelan found it hard to listen. He yearned for the day he could prove his worth. He was determined to show everyone his courage. One morning, something strange happened. The sun did not rise. The sky remained dark. A blanket of fear spread across Valora. The animals gathered in fear. Whispers of worry filled the air. What had happened to the sun? Where had its light gone? The council was summoned. The lion, the owl, and the bear listened to the animals' fears. They needed to find a solution. The kingdom depended on them. The owl, her eyes filled with concern, spoke.
There is an ancient legend, a tale of a magical stone that holds the sun's light.
The animals gasped. The legend of the Sunstone was known throughout Valora, but no one had ever seen it.
The Sunstone is said to be hidden in the Whispering Mountains.
The bear, her voice gruff but comforting, added.
The journey is perilous. It will take courage and strength.
The owl, her gaze sweeping over the assembled animals, declared.
A quest must be undertaken. We must find the Sunstone and bring back the light.
A hush fell over the crowd. Every animal knew the dangers that lurked beyond Valora.
I will go. I will find the Sunstone and save Valora.
Phelan stepped forward, his tail held high. The other wolves, though worried, knew better than to stop him.
Be careful, Phelan.
His mother whispered, her eyes full of concern. Phelan nodded, his mind already picturing himself as a hero. He set off without a second glance. He raced towards the Whispering Mountains. He was determined to be the one to bring back the light. He was sure that his strength and speed would be enough. As Phelan ventured deeper into the unknown, he encountered a wise old turtle named Thalo. Thalo was known for his patience and his understanding of the ancient ways.
You seek the Sunstone, young wolf?
Thalo asked, his voice slow and steady like the flow of a river. Phelan, surprised to be addressed, nodded.
Yes, wise Thalo. I must return the light to Valora.
Thalo smiled, his eyes twinkling with wisdom.
The journey will test you, young one. Strength is important, but it is not enough. You will need wisdom and cunning. Most importantly, you will need to learn the value of unity.
Phelan, though skeptical, took Thalo's words to heart. He continued on his journey. He soon found himself at the foot of the Whispering Mountains. The entrance was dark and forbidding. He cautiously entered the cave. The air grew cold. Shadows danced around him. The silence was broken only by the sound of his own breath. He pressed on, determined to succeed. He encountered a series of traps and puzzles. He used his strength to break through barriers. He relied on his speed to evade dangers, but he soon realized he was facing challenges he couldn't overcome alone. Just when his hope began to dwindle, he came across a group of animals trapped by a fallen rock slide. The sight was heart-wrenching, and he knew he had to do something. The animals were in desperate need of help, and time was running out. There was a panther, known for her agility. She moved with such grace and speed that it seemed like she could outrun the wind itself. A monkey, small but quick-witted. His sharp mind and quick reactions made him a master of navigating through the dense forest. And a badger, strong and resourceful. His strength was unmatched, and he had a knack for finding solutions to the toughest problems.
Remembering Thalo's words, Phelan knew he couldn't leave them behind. He needed their help. Thalo had always emphasized the importance of unity and working together, and now those words echoed in his mind. He needed their unique skills. Each animal had something special to offer, and together they could achieve the impossible. "We need to work together," he said, surprising even himself with his words. It was a moment of realization, a moment where he understood the true power of unity.
The animals, initially wary, agreed. They were hesitant at first, but they could see the determination in Phelan's eyes. The panther used her sharp claws to dig beneath the rocks. Her claws were like natural tools, perfectly designed for the task at hand. The monkey, with his nimble hands, moved smaller stones to create a pathway. His dexterity was impressive, and he worked quickly and efficiently. The badger, with his powerful legs, pushed aside the heavier boulders. His strength was a sight to behold, and he moved the boulders with ease. Together, they cleared a path and freed the trapped animals. It was a moment of triumph, a testament to what could be achieved when different strengths and abilities were combined. The power of unity had prevailed, and the animals were free once more. Together, Phelan and his new companions continued their journey. They used their combined strengths to overcome each obstacle. They learned to rely on each other. They began to understand the true meaning of unity. Finally, they reached the heart of the mountain. There, nestled amongst crystals, lay the Sunstone. It pulsed with a gentle, warm light. As they approached the stone, they realized it wasn't about individual strength or speed. It was about the combined light they carried within their hearts, the light of courage, compassion, and unity. As they touched the Sunstone together, its light intensified, banishing the shadows. The cave glowed with the warmth of 1,000 suns. With the Sunstone in their possession, they returned to Valora. The sky, once shrouded in darkness, erupted in a kaleidoscope of colors as the sun rose. The animals cheered, their hearts filled with joy and relief.
Phelan, humbled by the experience, knew he wasn't the same wolf who had rushed headlong into the unknown. He had learned that true strength came from working together. It came from understanding. It came from valuing each other's unique abilities. He had discovered that true greatness lay not in individual glory, but in the well-being of all. The animals of Valora celebrated for days. The air was filled with laughter and joy as they danced and played, their hearts lightened by the recent victory.
They shared stories of courage, recounting the brave deeds that had led them to this moment. Around the campfires, tales of heroism and valor were passed down to the younger generations. They sang songs of unity, their voices blending in harmony. The melodies echoed through the village, a testament to their collective spirit and the bonds that held them together. They feasted under the warm glow of the restored sun, the tables laden with bountiful harvests. The food was shared freely, a symbol of their newfound prosperity and the abundance that came from working together. Phelan, surrounded by his family and friends, knew he had found something more valuable than individual glory. He realized that the true treasure was the love and support of his community. He had found his place within the heart of his community. The sense of belonging filled him with a warmth that no amount of personal achievement could ever match. He had learned that true heroism wasn't about being the fastest or the strongest. It was about being there for others, lending a helping hand and lifting each other up in times of need. It was about being the kindest, the most understanding, showing empathy and compassion, and being a source of comfort and support for those around you, and the most willing to work together for the good of all. Collaboration and teamwork became the foundation of their society, ensuring that everyone thrived. And so, the legend of the Sunstone became a tale told throughout Valora, a story that was shared from generation to generation. It was a reminder of the power of unity and the strength that comes from standing together, a reminder that true strength comes from unity, wisdom, and the willingness to learn from one another. The elders spoke of the lessons learned, imparting their knowledge to the young, and the willingness to embrace the light within each of them. The Sunstone's glow was a symbol of hope and a beacon of the values they held dear, guiding them towards a brighter future.